One night, I went out with two of my friends, Kate and Sarah. Sarah had just broken up with her boyfriend a week before, and she was crying every day like somebody died. So me and Kate said, let us just take her out small. Let her drink, let her laugh. Maybe she will stop disturbing us. We went to this spot in Medina. You know those nights where you just want to sit, gossip, eat and relax. That was the plan. We ordered food, small drinks, and we were chatting about useless things, exes, work stress, who is gaining weight. Normal girl talk. Sarah was even starting to smile again. She looked better than she had all week. Then my phone rang. I excused myself, went outside to pick the call. And that is when it happened. As soon as I stepped out, I saw a car drive in. Range Rover, brand new, black, shiny, lights glowing. The kind of car you just know money is inside. He came out, tall, clean, beard well trimmed, watch shining on his wrist. The way he carried himself, you could tell money wasn't his problem. Let's call him Mike. That was the first time I laid eyes on him. My heart just skipped. I don't even know how to explain it. It was like my spirit said, this is the one. I couldn't even finish my call. I cut it short and rushed back inside. I told the girls, Chale, I've just met the man of my dreams. They started laughing, teasing me. Hey, dreams again. Describe him, let's see. I told them, tall, beard, fine, Range Rover. Before they could even reply, Mike himself walked into the sports. My heart almost fell out of my chest. I pointed him out and said, that is him. That is the one. Kate and Sarah looked at me and whistled, Chale is fine, no. Even they agreed. But I didn't know that my biggest mistake that night was not claiming him immediately. Because the devil was sitting right next to me. And her name was Sarah. We all laughed, but me, my heart was beating. I was already picturing my life as Mrs. Mike. I was already there in my head. I could just feel this man was mine. But before I could even think of how to position myself, Sarah switched. The same Sarah who had been crying just last week over some useless boy. Suddenly, her eyes cleared. She started shining her teeth anyhow. You know those fake laughs that are even louder than the DJ's music? That was Sarah. Everything I said, she would laugh loud and slap the table just to get Mike to notice. If I adjusted my hair small, she would toss hers dramatically. If I took a sip of my drink, she would lick her straw slowly like she was in a movie. I was sitting there like, is this girl okay? Is she mad? I saw him first. And true to my fears, Mike noticed us. He glanced over once, twice, then he smiled. That was all Sarah needed. She leaned forward, batting her eyelashes like a mosquito. Before I knew it, she was the one talking the most, laughing the loudest, and leaning into his direction like she was advertising herself. My blood was boiling. Then Mike stood up and started walking towards us. He introduced himself and asked us if he could sit down. We all nodded. Kate started saying something, but I couldn't even concentrate anymore because Sarah was just misbehaving anyhow. At that point, I knew the night wasn't going to end well for me, but I could feel it deep in my bones that Mike was mine, and I wasn't going to let her win. Welcome back, babe, and I hope the body is doing good today. If you are new here, I'm Vera, but you can call me V, and I share amazing stories, real life stories that will shock you, inspire you, break your heart, and sometimes make you laugh. So if this is something you love, please subscribe and like this video, and don't forget to turn on the notifications so that when I post, you'll be notified immediately. Today's shout out goes to Joyce Bennett 652, Salima Tumawuya 1166, and Mrs. Aguda. They were the first people to comment on my last video. Thank you so much for the support, babes, and you know I love you. And now, without any further delay, let's continue the story. Sarah turned into a whole different person. The heartbreak Sarah we dragged out of her room last week, gone. This one was giggling, touching her hair, leaning forward so low, you would think her chest wanted to introduce itself. Everything Mike said, she laughed like he was the funniest man alive. He said the traffic today was crazy. Sarah nearly rolled on the floor. Hey, you are funny, oh. Meanwhile, me and Kate just sat there staring. I tried to chip in small, but she would talk over me. At one point, Mike asked, so what do you ladies do? I opened my mouth to answer, and Sarah shouted, I'm in HR. I work with a big company. Meanwhile, I was still forming my sentence. I just sat there blinking, boiling inside. She even started playing with a straw, looking at him with bedroom eyes. The whole thing was irritating me. And then the worst. When Mike was leaving, he smiled at us and said, "It was nice meeting you ladies." My heart was waiting for him to ask for my number. I even shifted my phone closer. But guess what? He looked at Sarah and said, "Can I have your number? Maybe we could talk sometime." Sarah almost jumped out of her chair. She gave it to him with speed, smiling like she had just won the lottery. I sat there frozen. Kate glanced at me, and I knew she could see the fire in my eyes because I was thinking the same thing over and over. This girl, this my so-called friend, she had just stolen my man right in front of me. That night, when Mike collected Sarah's number, I wanted to explode. But Kate pulled me aside quietly and whispered, "Don't let this divide us. We have been friends for years. A man is not worth breaking your circle over." I swallowed my anger. I told myself maybe Mike was just being polite. Maybe he wouldn't even call Sarah. Men collect numbers all the time. Doesn't mean anything. So I let it go. Or at least I tried. But 3 weeks later, I nearly fainted. I was just scrolling through WhatsApp statuses, minding my business, when my eyes caught Sarah's story. At first, I thought I was dreaming. Money bouquet, big one, wrapped nicely. Caption, "My man said I deserve it." My heart skipped. The next day, expensive perfume, branded. Caption, "It spoils me too much." Day after that, shopping bags from East Legon boutiques, new wig, designer shoes. Sarah was posting them one by one, back to back, like she was now a brand ambassador for Soft Life. And the worst part, she didn't say a word to us, our close friends, not even a small gist. The same Sarah who once cried on my shoulder about heartbreak. Now she was flaunting a new man publicly, but keeping us in the dark. I zoomed in on the money bouquet picture. My stomach turned. It had a small card. I squinted hard, and there it was. The name. From Mike. I dropped my phone. My legs felt weak. So this girl, Sarah, not only took the man I saw first, but she was now bragging with his money on WhatsApp. Not even in our group chats, not even face to face. She went straight to her status so the world could see. At that moment, I told myself, friendship or no friendship, this girl has declared war. I couldn't hold it in anymore. After watching status after status, gifts after gifts, I finally called Sarah. She picked up, sounding all sweet. "Babe, how are you?" But my chest was already burning. I went straight to the point. "So you weren't going to tell us Mike was in touch? You weren't going to say anything?" Instead of acting humble, this girl started forming attitude. She laughed small and said, "Do I have to tell you everything? It just happened. We were talking, one thing led to another. Why are you stressing?" I nearly screamed. "Sarah, do you think I'm blind? You were heartbroken just last month, crying like somebody died. Now suddenly you are dating Mike, and you couldn't even mention it, but you can post money bouquets on WhatsApp." Do you know what she did? She laughed like I was telling jokes. Then she said proudly, "Well, what can I say? I bagged him. Not every girl can. Some of us just have the sauce." My whole body was shaking. She said it like she was better than me, like I should clap for her. I wanted to shout, but I forced myself to stay calm. I just told her, "Congratulations, enjoy." But the moment I hung up, I smirked because that was the day I decided Mike would be mine. Sarah might be bragging today, but I knew in my heart she has only borrowed him. I saw him first. I deserved him. And if she could push me aside that night in Medina, then I could push her aside too. Friendship be damned. When I told Sarah congratulations on the phone, she thought I meant it. She thought I had accepted my loss, that I was going to sit quietly and watch her enjoy Mike's money. I knew the truth. Mike was mine. I saw him first. If Sarah hadn't pushed herself forward that night in Medina, laughing louder than me, shining her teeth like a clown, he would have been sitting at my table asking for my number. So as far as I'm concerned, Sarah stole him. And since she stole him, I was going to steal him back. Friendship or no friendship, Mike was going to be mine. From that day, I started plotting. Anytime Sarah posted him on her status, bragging about a man, instead of crying or getting jealous, I studied her. I noted the captions, the timing, the way she talked. She was careless, too proud. She believed she had won already. Good. That was a weakness. Me, I knew better. Mike wasn't the type of man you hold by shouting on WhatsApp. He was the type you hold quietly, smartly. While Sarah was busy showing off to the world, I decided to play along. I would act like I didn't care, like I was genuinely happy for her. But behind her back, I was going to strike. Because this wasn't just about love anymore. This was about pride, about respect, about proving to myself that no girl, not even my friend, would ever take what was mine. Mike belonged to me, and I was ready to do whatever it took to make Sarah learn that lesson. I was patient. I didn't rush. I waited for my chance. Then one afternoon, Sarah left her phone on the couch while she went to shower. I picked it up, pretending to scroll through YouTube, but my eyes were moving like a radar. And there it was, Mike. My chest beat fast. I didn't think twice. I quickly copied his number into my phone, deleted the evidence, and dropped her phone back like nothing happened. That night, I sat on my bed, staring at his number. My fingers were itching. Finally, I texted him. Hi, this is Sarah's friend. I was with her the night you met. Just wanted to say you are really cool. Don't tell her I messaged you. At first, he ignored. The next day, he replied, oh, hey, don't worry, I won't say anything. From there, small, we started chatting. I would ask how his day was. He would joke back. I would compliment his car. He would send laughing emojis. Little by little, the ice broke. Before long, I was sneaking around to meet him. And let me tell you, the first day I went to his house, I swore my body betrayed me. One thing led to another, and I ended up in his bed. The next morning, he sent me Momo, mobile money, just like that. And that was when I knew I had officially crossed the line. Sarah's man was now mine too. And the crazy part, I didn't even feel guilty. Instead, I felt powerful. Every time Sarah bragged about him, saying, my man this, my man that, I just smiled because deep down, I knew she was sharing. She thought she had bagged him, but she didn't know the bag was already leaking, and I was the one catching everything that was falling out. The thing about Mike is, he knew how to play his role. To the world, Sarah was his queen. He was spoiling her openly, perfume, shoes, dinner dates, shopping bags. Every time she posted something on their WhatsApp status, people would comment, wow, your man is treating you well, oh. And she would shine her teeth like she was the only woman in Ghana. But behind closed doors, he was also spoiling me. Not as loudly as Sarah, but small, I was collecting. He sent me mobile money without me asking. He gave me money for weeks. One time, he even bought me the latest iPhone I had mentioned in passing. It wasn't as flashy as what Sarah was getting, but it was steady. And the thing is, it was mine, my own cat. Every time Sarah sat in front of me bragging about her man, I just smiled. My man said he will change my car soon. My man is planning to take me to Dubai. Me, I just nodded and said, wow, you are lucky, oh. But inside, I was laughing. Because while she was bragging with her mouth, I was bragging with my silence. She didn't know a close friend was also tasting. Sometimes, when Mike left her place after dropping gifts, he would swing by to see me. The same man she was calling my king was in my bed an hour later calling me baby. I didn't even feel guilty anymore. If anything, I felt smarter than her. She thought she had won, but she was just sharing unknowingly. And I told myself one thing. I wasn't going to stay the side chick forever. No. Sarah was just warming the seats. Sooner or later, I was going to take over completely. When my rent expired, I told myself this was my golden opportunity. Instead of stressing myself to find a new place, I picked up the phone and called Sarah. I said it in my most pitiful voice. Babe, things are hard. Landlord is disturbing me, and I don't have money for rent right now. Please, can I just stay with you small till I get back on my feet? Sarah didn't even think twice. She agreed immediately. After all, we were sisters. She even said, my home is your home. Stay as long as you want. Little did she know she was opening her doors to the enemy. So I packed my bags and moved in. And from day one, I could see Mike's eyes light up whenever he saw me in the house. Sarah was busy thinking she was the chosen one. But me, I knew the truth. I was right where I wanted to be. Anytime I came around, Sarah would parade him like a trophy, cooking special food, sitting on his lap, laughing loud for me to see. She thought she was peppering me. But what she didn't know was that after she slept off, Mike would tiptoe into my room. Same man, same night, double service. Sometimes I will even be lying in bed, pretending to scroll my phone, waiting to hear Sarah snoring before my door would creak open. And there it would be, smiling, ready for round two. He would kiss me in the same house where he just finished with her. One time, she was even in the kitchen and the door was open while we made love in the living room. I knew it was madness, but I didn't care. My heart was telling me, this is proof. He wants you more. And honestly, every time it happened, I felt like I was winning. Sarah could rap all she wanted in daylight, but at night, in her own house, a man was sneaking into my bed. If that is not victory, then what is? Living with Sarah, I realized one thing quickly. That girl was unbearable. Every single day, it was the same chorus. My man this, my man that. Morning, afternoon, evening. If she cooked stew, she would say, Mike loves stew like this. He said I am the only woman who can cook for him like this. If she got a new wig, she would be spinning in the mirror. Mike said I deserve nothing but the best. She would literally wake up in the morning, stretch and say, Chale, my man makes me so happy. I don't even know what I did to deserve him. I wanted to stuff a pillow in her mouth sometimes. The way she walked around the house, like she was the chosen one among all women, like God himself had sent Mike to her doorstep as a blessing. She carried herself like she was superior. Like Kate and I should kneel down and worship her for catching a rich man. And me, I just megged. Every single time she bragged, I smiled sweetly. But deep down, I was laughing. Because half the story she was bragging about, I knew the real details. Like when she posted her money bouquet and said, Mike surprised me. What she didn't know was that 2 hours later, Mike was in my room, giving me my own surprise with cash folded inside an envelope. Or when she bragged, Mike took me to dinner at East Legon. He spent plenty money. She didn't know Mike had sent me mobile money that same afternoon, telling me not to stress about anything. She thought she was the only queen. Meanwhile, I was also there. And the best part, she trusted me. She would show me chat with Mike, blushing and saying, see how he loves me. I would nod and say, ow, I'm happy for you. But inside, I was thinking, if only you knew what those same hands were doing last night. Hey, honestly, bragging didn't pain me anymore. It fueled me because I knew very soon a time would be up. One night, after he finished with me in my room, Mike was lying there, scrolling his phone like nothing. Meanwhile, my mind was running, my chest was heavy. So I gathered courage and asked, Mike, when are you leaving Sarah for me? He looked up, a bit surprised, then laughed softly. He pulled me closer, kissed my forehead, and said the exact words my ears had been dying to hear. Soon, don't worry, you are the only one I think about. My whole body melted. I actually smiled like a fool. In that moment, I believed him with my full chest. I told myself, yes, this is it. He knows I am the one. Sarah is just temporary. That night, I slept like a baby. Meanwhile, Sarah was in the kitchen bragging again, telling Kate on the phone, this man is my husband already. I know it. She was laughing and shining her teeth. Me, I just walked past her, smiling to myself, because I knew something she didn't. That the man she was calling husband was the same one telling me I was the only one he thought about. I held onto that promise like it was scripture. Every mobile money alert, every night visit, every small gift he gave me, I told myself it was proof. Proof that Sarah's time was running out. Proof that soon Mike would be mine alone. Little did I know, that promise was just another lie in his playbook. That night, I don't know what spirit entered me, but I didn't even lock my door properly. Maybe it was pride, maybe it was overconfidence, or maybe it was just my time to be disgraced. Mike was lying in my bed, shirt off, scrolling his phone. Me, I was curled up next to him, enjoying the warmth, enjoying my little victory in silence. Then suddenly, click. The door opened. I looked up and there was Sarah. She froze, I froze. For a second, the whole world was silent. You could literally hear my heartbeat pounding. Then she screamed, "What is this?" Mike jammed up, confused, trying to find a shirt. I sat up slowly, but my chest was boiling. I thought maybe I would panic. Maybe I would beg. But no, something inside me snapped. I stood up and shouted back, "What does it look like? Mike is mine. I saw him first. You stole him from me, so I stole him back." Her eyes went wide like I had slapped her. She couldn't believe I said it so boldly. She rushed at me, pointing her finger in my face. "You are a snake. You are supposed to be my friend. How could you?" I shoved her hand away and shouted, "Don't call me a snake. You were heartbroken and crying. And the same week, you snatched the man I liked. Who is the real thief here?" The two of us were screaming so loud, the neighbors probably heard. She threw insults. I threw them back. At one point, she even raised her hand like she wanted to slap me. But I dared her. "Try it. Just try it." And the whole time, Mike didn't say a word. He just put on his shirt, picked his phone, and walked out. Left us there, tearing into each other like two market women fighting over tomatoes. That was the night everything scattered. No more pretending, no more sisters. The war was official. After Mike left, I told myself it will call tomorrow. It just needs time. So I waited. 1 day, 2 days, 1 week, nothing. When I tried to call him, the line didn't even ring. I texted. Blue tick never showed. That is when it hits me. I had been blocked. I panicked. Maybe it was a mistake. Maybe his phone was spoiled. But when I checked again and again, the truth slapped me. He had cut me off completely. Later, I heard from Sarah that she was also blocked. She was crying, shouting, insulting, and blaming me. And honestly, I laughed small because misery loves company. But deep down, it pained me too. We had both been disgraced. And the shame didn't end there. Oh. Instead of calming down, both of us ran to Kate separately. Me, I called Kate and poured my heart out. This Sarah betrayed me. She stole Mike. She's wicked. But Mike actually loves me more. Meanwhile, Sarah also went to Kate, crying, saying, "That snake slept with my man, Kate. I can never forgive her." Kate was just there in the middle. After everything, Kate decided she was going to play peacemaker. She called me one evening, pretending she was inviting me for drinks. I got there, sat down, and guess who walked in? Sarah. My heart dropped. I knew instantly Kate had set me up. She smiled nervously and said, "You guys need to talk. You can't throw years of friendship away just because of one man. Please, let's talk." I looked at Sarah. She looked at me. For 1 second, it felt like maybe we could. Maybe we could talk it out. Maybe we could patch things. But then Sarah opened her mouth and said, "You are a snake, a backstabber, sleeping with my man in my own house. You disgust me. I never want to see you again." Her words hit me like bullets, and before Kate could even defend me, I fired back. "Snake, are you mad? You are the betrayer. You were heartbroken. We came to cheer you up. And that same night, you forced yourself on Mike. You are the thief, not me. Don't play innocent here." We went back and forth, shouting insults, people in the bar staring. Kate tried to calm us down, but it was too late. Sarah blocked me right there in front of Kate. Instagram, WhatsApp, everywhere. Block, block, block. And I told her straight, block me well. Because as far as I'm concerned, our friendship died the night you stole what was mine. Then I picked up my bag and walked out. Sarah stormed off in the opposite direction. And just like that, years of friendship were finished. That was the night I realized Mike hadn't just broken our hearts. He had broken our bond too. 2 years passed. By then, me and Sarah weren't even speaking. Kate had given up on trying to get us to talk. I had not spoken to Kate in months. Our friendship had died, scattered beyond repair. Mike, I hadn't seen him either. It was like he vanished from the face of the earth. Life moved on, but the bitterness never really left my chest. Then one random afternoon, I was scrolling through WhatsApp statuses and nearly dropped my phone. Kate, sweet, quiet peacemaker Kate. She was in a wedding gown, smiling, throwing bouquet, caption "forever and always." I blinked. I thought maybe it was a photo shoot. But as I clicked through the rest of her statuses, my heart stopped. There he was, Mike, wearing a suit, holding a hand, smiling like the devil himself had finally found his match. Kate had married Mike. What? I felt my whole body go cold. The same Kate who used to beg us not to fight over a man. The same Kate who said, "Don't let Mike divide you two." All along, she was playing her own game. I couldn't breathe. I called her immediately, hands shaking. She picked up, her voice all sweet. "Hello, babe." I exploded. "Kate, how could you? You knew everything I went through. You knew what Sarah did. You knew how much I loved Mike. How could you marry him? You of all people. How can you betray me like this?" "Do you know what this girl did?" She laughed. "Betray you," she said. "My dear, you betrayed yourself. You and Sarah were busy fighting like fools, disgracing yourself over a man." I waited and he came to me. I was shaking. "So you were plotting all along. You were pretending to console me while you went behind my back." Her voice turned cold. "Pretend? No, I was observing. Unlike you, I don't work with my heart. I work with my brain. You jumped into his bed too quickly, gave yourself away cheap, then came crying. Sarah was showing off like a goat. But me, I was patient. I know men like Mike. You don't chase them with desperation. You make them chase you." I shouted, "Kids, you of all people, you played both of us and you called that smart." She laughed again. "Wicked this time. Call it whatever you want. But who has the ring? Who has the boutique in East Legon? Who is traveling the world right now? You or me?" Tears filled my eyes, but she wasn't done. Her voice dropped low. "Listen carefully. You have always thought you were the clever one. But between you, Sarah, and me, you were the fool. And Sarah was the clown. I was the winner. Don't ever contact me again." And just like that, she cut the call. I sat there staring at my phone, shaking. My so-called peacemaker friend, the one who acted innocent, was the real snake all along. After everything, all the fighting, all the insults, all the betrayal, it wasn't Sarah who won. It wasn't me. It was Kate. Sweet, quiet, peace-loving Kate. She had played us both, and now she was the one enjoying the soft life. After that call with Kate, I didn't sleep for days. Her words kept ringing in my head. Between you, Sarah, and me, you were the fool, and Sarah was the clown. I was the winner. I wanted to smash my phone. I wanted to scream. And then something inside me said, "No, you can't let her win just like that. You need to teach her a lesson. Yes, maybe she has the ring now. Maybe she's living in East Legon, traveling the world, enjoying boutiques and soft life. But she should not think it is over. I was the one who saw Mike first. Me. Not Sarah, not her. Sometimes I lie awake plotting, imagining how I will make her regret. I tell myself I will get Mike back, even if it is just for one night, babe. Even if it is just to prove to her that she can never fully own him. I will remind her that the same man she's calling her husband once whispered to me that I was the only one he thought about. Kate might think she's clever, but I swear I will find a way to shake her peace. And that is why I am here. Is it too late now? Should I just give up and let her enjoy? Or should I still fight, claw my way back in, and make her realize she can never truly have what was mine? Maybe if I push hard enough, maybe if I play my cards well, I can still get access to him. I really need advice on what to do. As for this one, dear, I'm leaving it for you. Advice here. Is it too late? Should she still keep fighting for Mike? Drop your thoughts down below. Let me know what you think. And I will know that this is a judgment-free zone. We listen. We don't judge. So please be kind to her in the comment section. And babe, if you've not subscribed yet, do you want me to cry first? Please come and join the family. Subscribe and like this video. And don't forget to turn on the notifications so that when I post, you'll be notified immediately. Thank you so much for watching. See you next time. Okay, I'm done. Bye.